the last leg of my journey back to Australia. When I say back, I've been waiting to get back there for the last 10 years. And today, being the 31st of December 2002, it's about time that I'm getting there. So I've just taken off from Singapore and I'm now on my way to Perth, and I shall be collected from the airport by Stork and Richard.
Stork lives over there, I live over there, and this here is the magnificent Swan River. As you can see, I'm in a lot better health today than I have been. Had a good piss up last night on the vodka martinis now, but we had the Sunday bash at the, what is it? Left bank, and I don't know, some days you got me into jumping off a bridge last night. I was so drunk.
You loved it?
Yeah, I loved it actually. It's good to get pushed to your limits, and I'm standing on the edge thinking, no, I shouldn't be doing this, you know, in the middle of the night, and in my clothes after a lot of drink. And from the bank I could hear these girls going, good jump! So I jumped. You've not had much of a record of events from me recently, but I've had the right shits, and we're now back in Perth, and this is the last day in Perth actually. We're going to head off to Sydney tomorrow. So I'm going to catch up with all the records and tell you bits and pieces of what's been happening. A recap is, my first day I get taken to the Perth Cup.
Perth Cup was a good day, many drinks went down, Paul was in fine form. We started out a bit slow, but it's a long day, it's a 10 or 12 hour drinking session, which Paul held his end up, and it was very difficult on the eyes and hard on the neck because there's lots of beautiful women there all dressed up in cocktail dresses. And we both won $60 on the horse race, so that was good considering none of us know anything about horses. And the day got topped off by my friend's pit bull chewing his pet parrot to death. So that kind of topped the end of the day off, and then we went home. And that was it. It was a very fantastic day, quite warm, and Paul proceeded to go home and be violently ill. So that was Paul's first day in Perth.
How many days you been here, Paul? And you're in trouble with the law already?
Yeah, is that on probably? Okay, yeah. I've been on the wheel for probably about 90 seconds. Come to the interchange, see the police go past. Told, oh, you're probably supposed to put your seatbelt on. I put the seatbelt on, they pulled me up in the last couple of foot, and $150 fine. So I've learned the hard way.
No, it was only $50 shorter than I thought it was.
So that is the experience of my first 2 minutes behind the wheel, if that.
This car's hired under my name, by the way, so I hope I don't get any cutbacks on it.
No, you don't receive anything, we just give it personal services.
Cool.
What was a Sunday like then, Stalk?
Once again, plenty of women at the pub. Some nice women that we know were there, and the pub was good. You know, a lot of drinking and that went down, and then we ended up. Cool. Then we went to some friend's house, where there was plenty of women there, and one offered that if Paul gave her a foot massage, she'd give him a root. And it's quite an attractive girl, and Paul gives her the foot massage, and then when she comes back, expecting her part of the bargain to be offered, he falls asleep on the couch and refused to wake up, even when nudged and kicked.
How long have you been?
I'm Aussie, mate. Yeah,
You're Aussie?
Yeah, I'm actually here on holiday as well.
Oh, right, okay.
I live in London, same as him.
Just so you know as well,
Yeah.
that in the States, you've got to have every part of your body within the body line of the vehicle. If you're driving along, as you came around the corner, you had your arm hanging out the window.
Did I?
Yep, that's
Okay.
a $50 fine to you,
Yeah.
plus another $50 to the driver for letting the passenger have any part of his body hanging out the window.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yep, there you are. What's your surname, Phil?
Dalton.
Yeah, you know. You from WA or?
Yeah, I've just been living overseas for the last 3 years, and just come back to see Mum and Dad, and Paul's come over to visit.
Well, I guess I'm coming back.
Have a safe trip.
I will.
And actually, yeah, just try and see where you said that.
Thanks very much for stopping us.
So give us a recap for today then.
got up this morning hoping it was going to be a nice relaxing day, and then catching up with you guys suddenly turned into a big stressful experience, and I missed out on the pub. But it'll all work out. We'll have a couple of beers at the airport, and
Don't for fuck's
it'll all
sake,
work out
mate.
from there.
Departing Perth Airport. Hopefully there's an Aboriginal who's the leader of the Aboriginal government of Australia. Trying to meet up with him earlier, but didn't go to plan, so he's agreed to come to the airport to meet me. And Clary's there, I believe. Oh, thank you very much.
There you are. Had to give you something. So I'll make these on Invasion Day, on the 26th of January. I'll have lots of these up in Perth and have them up around the city, because they celebrate Australia Day. We call it Invasion Day.
Invasion Day, indeed. So what is reconciliation?
Well, for me, it's just a word, and it's just a good paint job to say, look, Aborigines in Australia are smiling. We're all happy. There's no more argument. But the truth is, they're using this process to cover up the fact that you've stolen the land of us and don't want to give it back.
Yeah.
People don't have proper status in government. We're the underclass controlled by government, and this is just a facade. Reconciliation is a facade to show, to trick other people into believing
that something's happening.
And it's progressive.
Yeah. What would your dream for the future be?
The part of it would be from this United Nations speech calling for a peace accord for Indigenous people all over the world to come to this meeting to resolve land rights, to give the people back their base of their whole life, back their land. So like in Australia, Aborigines live in all these areas. Most of the white people live from Geraldton on the coast, down here in the cool areas to Esperance. Then there's Adelaide up there, up to Brisbane. Most of the white people live there with their feet. They've still got their feet in the water.
Yeah.
Over here, their feet in the water. Hardly any of them live in these places. It's too hot, too humid. So we could say, look, all of this will be, all of the whole country will be given back to Aboriginals, but these would be delegated to the other people who occupy the land. They can still occupy the land. They'll just be a new landlord.
Yeah. Sorry, say that again.
I've been involved in the return of the skeletal remains from England, that with Michael Mansell. And so I try to focus a bit of attention on my side here in Western Australia. Although we got the remains back of a man called Tambo. He was kidnapped by a circus years ago, Barnum and Bailey Circus. They took him all over the world. He was a wild man from Australia. He didn't mind that because it's better to travel the world than being shot at in your own country.
Yeah.
But when he died, they didn't know what to do with him, and they put his remains in a morgue in New York, and the remains lay there for 20 years. And Michael and I were working on programs to try and find out where bodies were, and he looked on the computer, looked into a lot of these morgues around the world to find out that Tambo was in New York in the morgue, and Michael organised for him to come back, and we brought him back to Brisbane, because near Townsville, he was around Townsville, but because their government traditionally had rounded our people up and put them on islands to steal the land, they put a lot of the Aborigines on Palm Island, so we had to bury his remains where his people were now on Palm Island. All right, mate.
Righty.
Great to meet you.
Likewise,
Yeah.
likewise. I just tried to shoot out the window for the images of the salt lakes, which I just found out is like the salt rise into the surface.